Hey guys, it's Kruze, and this video is about how you can shift and change your emotional state in 90 seconds anytime that you want. And it's really the emotional state that we live in that determines the quality of our life. And as basically high ticket closers and high performers, we need to understand how to manage our emotional state and when we actually drop from being in an empowered state into a disempowered state. So what I mean by being in an empowered state basically is like when you're in a state where you feel unstoppable, where you feel confident, where you feel powerful, right? This is when you feel empowered, when you're in a state of love, when you're in a state of gratitude, right? When you feel disempowered, that's when you're in a victim mentality where potentially you're frustrated, right? You're overthinking something. You're in a disempowered state where basically you're coming from like effect, and you're not in the best state to basically create what you want to create, right? So we want to shift this up. Anytime that you drop into a disempowered state and you become frustrated, or you start focusing on the negative, or something happens in your life that is unforeseen, we want to know how to shift this really quickly. Or maybe you go 4 hours without someone picking up the phone. We want to catch this straight away. And when we get used to catching this straight away and not letting it last any longer than 90 seconds, then ultimately we can have our default state in life as a happy, beautiful state. And this is why I get you guys to do the rituals and habits for success, because when your emotional home and default state can be a beautiful, blissful state naturally, then life becomes really easy. And it's just about training this over time. But I'm going to give you a strategy today that can shift it up in 90 seconds anytime and really interrupt that pattern. So this is the change your state triad. There's 3 ways that you can change your own state or somebody else's state. This is also really powerful for when you're closing, because you can use this on someone else as well, right? So if we look at the slide here, the emotional state we live in determines the quality of our life. We can either live in an empowered state or a disempowered state. And like I said before, the key to being a high performer is being aware of how your emotional state shifts during the day, when a call doesn't go the way you want, or someone doesn't pick up the phone, or maybe you do a few pitches in a week and you haven't made a sale, and it's Thursday, Friday, and you're having a slow start. But if you want to bring it home and have a quick finish, we're going to shift this up and make sure you're in the right state of mind and you keep that composure, right? So as I said before, the goal is to catch this whenever you sense yourself dropping into a disempowered state where you're living from a shitty vibration and state and place, and you're playing the victim and you're starting to get frustrated. We want to catch that and shift it up. And the first way that we can do that is, number 1, your physiology and your body language. You can see right now when I'm talking to you, and actually when I do sales, my hands are moving, right? My body's like uplifted, right? I've got like a smile on my face. I'm enthusiastic, right? This shifts your emotional, state through your body language, through your breath, through your physiology, through your facial gestures if you're smiling, right? So an example is, you can always tell if someone is down, right? Through their physiology, through their body language, through their breath. Like their breath is basically stressed, and they hunch over, people who are depressed, and they're slouching down, and their facial gestures. And this creates that emotional state. So if someone is like depressed or down, you can get them to shift it up, and you could get them to do a power stance where they put their arms in the air and they go, I am unstoppable. Or they get up and they jump around. Like sometimes when I want to get into a flow state, I'll get up and I'll literally jump around, or I'll dance, or I'll rap, or I'll watch like a funny video that makes me laugh, because I know that it changes my state. So I want you to catch this, guys. Whenever you're feeling in a disempowered state, you're feeling uncertain, you're feeling frustrated, you're coming from a place of being like potentially effect or being a victim and having a tough day, catch this straight away and go, how's my body language right now? Do I need to go for a walk? Do I need to go to the gym? Do I need to catch this and interrupt this straight away, right? Through my body language, and stand up, start moving around, start getting some blood through the body, and focus on like my breathing, my smile, and actually embody the body language of someone that is like a world champion, someone who's confident, someone who's unstoppable, right? And an example that I can give of this is, and I can share a video, if you look up Conor McGregor, when he's in the ring and he walks in and he walks with confidence and he's doing that sway side to side, he's walking with confidence, right? That changes your state. Head high, walking out, chest out, that is naturally going to change your state. So these are the things that we can do and catch. That's number one, physiology. Now, number two is where the focus goes, the energy flows. Where's your focus? And I'll give you a metaphor. So a lot of people in life, just like a hot rock, they want to hold on to the stone and it's just burning and it's burning and it's getting hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter. And they're focusing on the things that they can't control. And it's like they're holding on, holding on, holding on. And all you got to do is just let go of the hot rock. Because when you focus on the problem, you create the problem. And you keep focusing on it and it keeps creating it for you and creating it for you. High performers, business owners, closers, they focus on the solution. Okay, cool. I didn't get the result today in sales that I wanted. Okay, cool. I didn't get the result in life. Or I'm a little bit frustrated and I'm down. Are you going to sit in the problem? Or are you going to shift your focus to the solution and give it an empowering meaning that's going to serve you? So an example is when something happens, in sales context, right? Say if you have a tough conversation and someone hangs up the phone to you, do you go, oh, this means I'm not good at sales, someone hung up the phone on me? Or do you catch that straight away and go, yes, every no is leading me closer to my dreams. Every no is making me stronger. It's making me better. How can I improve? How can I grow? What meaning are you giving to this in this situation? Where's your focus right now? Is your focus on the things that are going to empower you and are going to serve you? Or is your focus on the problem? And this is the same with our goals. What we focus on expands. So the more you focus on what you want, it's naturally going to grow. The more you focus on what you don't want, the problem, the frustration, the shit day that you're having, the more that's going to grow. So we want to be planting seeds of abundance and not seeds of scarcity by focusing on the things that we can control, focusing on the solution, focusing on the things that we want, right? Number three, your language. We can change our own state and other people's state through our language. Our language creates our experience, right? Our language creates worlds. So be careful of the words that you think and the words that you speak, because they do create reality. When they're consistently held with emotion, the thoughts and words that you think do come into existence. Everything that I'm doing now, I have created from a thought, from an idea in my mind, from words that I have spoken out into the universe. And a great example of this is Conor McGregor again. I love him around his mentality, like his mindset, his mentality, his confidence. He really embodies this a lot. He'll call which round in the fight and the way that he's going to basically knock someone out with certainty, and he speaks it before it happens. I do the same thing with my goals. I speak things before they happen. I speak goals into existence. I speak my vision into existence, right? Your language creates worlds. So everything in life is your perception. When you go into a situation, right, and you have a conversation, some people will have a call and they will say to me, oh, wow, that was a really tough call. That went for an hour and it was really hard and this person was really difficult. And then I have a look at it from a different lens and I go, wow, that was an amazing call. I'm so grateful that I had that call, because that call taught me more about myself, and it's going to give me more strategies in the future that are ultimately going to serve me and allow me to grow, right? That's just one example. Or maybe in life you've had a time when you've gone to the movies, right? And one person can go into the movies and another person can go into the movies. Exact same movie, but one person can go out and go, wow, that was a shit movie. I didn't really like it. It was boring. And another person can go in there and go, wow, that was so incredible. That was absolutely amazing. I love that scene and all the action in the movie, and it was so good, and I loved all the actors in it. That was the best movie in the world. Their language is creating that experience. So I want you to catch yourself whenever you're in life and something happens. How are you languaging the experience of what just went on? Are you getting up and going, oh, I've got another day at work? you know, I wish I was already in closing. I've got another day at work and it's not a good day. And you're creating that for yourself, that experience for yourself every single day, which means you don't want to get up out of bed. Or are you going, I can see how this right now is a stepping stone because it is growing me. And when I do have success, it's going to make me appreciate it more. And I can see that I can get growth out of this situation right now. And it's teaching me something here that is going to serve me as a closer each and every day getting up. Imagine if you had that experience every single day. Today's going to be an amazing day. Today's going to be fucking incredible. Instead of getting out of bed, like most people in society, and going, oh, you know, I don't want to go to work. I don't want to go to work. You keep creating that through your words, through your language. So be careful on the words that you speak. Be careful on your language because it creates worlds, right? So these are the keys, guys. We want to catch our body language, our physiology during the day, our breath, our facial gestures, our posture, right? The way that we're moving. If you ever want to change your state, an easy way is to basically, like, these are like power stances, you know, arms in the air, right? You cross your arms, you just uplifted with your energy, which is why, like I said before, when I sell, when I'm normally pitching, I'm walking around, I'm moving my arms because I know that majority of communication, especially over the phone, is body language primarily and tonality. So you need to be bringing your body in what you're doing when you're selling, right? So I want you to catch this, guys, and look at the moments in your life when you're closing, when you're selling, and when you go into a challenging scenario is the most important thing. And it's like, what meaning am I giving this right now? Is this a meaning that's going to serve me? Like, oh, I just failed, fuck, I'm not a good closer, I just failed and I may as well quit closing now. Or you go, every no is leading me closer to a yes. Or I get stronger, I get better from every single call. And no matter what, I never quit, I keep going. And what this means to me is that this is just a test to see if I'm serious, to see if I'm committed in this journey. Two different meanings, but both of those different meanings can help you live from a beautiful state, an empowered state, or they can help you live from a disempowered state, a state of being a victim. So it's all about the way that you look at things, guys, and catching this. So I want you to start to catch yourself, because I will be pulling people up on this and asking yourself, what emotional state are you living in right now? And making sure that you're nailing your rituals, nailing your habits, because if we can get your emotional home and default state living in a beautiful place of bliss through meditation, through visualization, and then anytime the old patterns kick in, where you start dropping into the negative thought patterns, I'm going to ask you, how's your physiology right now? How's your language of this experience? Where is your focus right now? Because I know straight away, if you're in a disempowered state, I know your focus is on the problem. I know that you're languaging it in a way that's not serving you. And I know that your physiology isn't uplifted. You're slumping over and going, oh, Kruze, I had a tough call, man. I had a tough call, right? Or you had the best call of your life, because the hardest things you go through and the people that maybe did bad things to you in life, that bullied you, are actually your greatest mentors and your greatest teachers, because they teach you more about yourself and they give you strength and they allow you to grow. So I want you to look at that for a little bit of a minute through the trajectory of your timeline of your life. Where are you being a victim and blaming other people instead of seeing those people as a fundamental, as the vital points in your timeline of your life where they actually served you? Maybe someone bullied you at high school. Maybe there was a woman that, like a previous partner, that broke up with you. I know that every single relationship that I've been in has served me for the greater good of myself. It's allowed me to stretch. It's allowed me to grow into more of myself and lead me down the path of becoming an entrepreneur. I know all the times and tough challenges that I've been through, they have ultimately served my evolution as a human being. So the question is, where's your focus? Where's your physiology? Where's your language each and every day? We need to catch this, guys. We need to be on our game with this, because I will be pulling it up throughout this program, making sure that we are all vibrating from a beautiful place, and we're catching ourselves each and every day as we're closing, as we're doing sales, as we're going through the resources, and having a look at where we're living our emotional state and home from. Awesome, guys. Trust this was valuable. I'm going to catch you on this. Bye for now.